taking flight.
They run from mountains or they're towed like kites on flatland. In tonight's special assignment report, George Franco, a hang glider pilot himself, takes an up-close look at this world of flying.
Hey, is that thermal or wind?
Pilots set up hang gliders and wonder about soaring with feathered friends.
I have hook knife.
The pin is seated.
No safety on.
Like human kites, they attach to thousands of feet of line on a tow rig.
Clear.
Then, skyward bound as a ranch road becomes launch point for an adrenaline rush to the sky.
Once you've tasted flight, you'll always look skyward, you know?
I've just launched from the truck, which is going down below me at about 40 miles an hour. And this glider is flying at about 25 miles an hour. Whoa, whoa! That's a thermal.
It's not any more dangerous than, say, other common accepted activities like riding a motorcycle.
I'm going to let go now. Danger lessened with height. Hard to get hurt at 2,000 feet free flight. But on the average, 6 people die yearly out of about 10,000 U.S. pilots. Improved odds since the old days when they also pulled kites into the sky.
I guess in 75, maybe 30 or 40 or something like it. It was kind of bad. But kids don't care. See that little screw right there, bud?
Mike Wilson, setting up a 70s-era hang glider for shade, survived when friends did not.
We lost a lot of friends here in Sacramento. And it was kind of bad, you know. It must have been hard on my folks.
Friends flying Rogallo wings, born out of inventor Francis Rogallo, who helped NASA develop motorized kites and chutes to bring back space capsules.
I built my first hang glider when I was 13 years old.
Andy Christianson flew bamboo, plastic, and other crude materials on wooden seats without harnesses, without parachutes. Hang gliding when accounts of fatalities were common, when teens and young men were flying untested wings.
Literally hanging on.
What kept you from falling out?
Your arms, that was it. You were hanging on. You were actually hang gliding.
The sport has matured a lot. You know, the pilots are typically like around 40 years old now. The equipment has gotten much better.
Better means full-face helmets and parachute-equipped harnesses attached by steel carabiners to modern wings. And you control those wings with this bar. You push up, you stall, you pull in, you get speed, go this way, you turn, you go this way, you turn again. Whoa! I'm a novice. We're going to show you some expert flying as well.
This is probably the lightest high-performance hang glider in the world.
John Heine holds the world record, 52 consecutive loops. Modern gliders can withstand speeds of 85 miles per hour and are made of materials like carbon fiber to take the rigors of extreme flight. Modern testing methods take gliders to maximum stress by literally breaking them for safety's sake.
It is a high-risk sport.
Pilots understand the high risk despite improvements which make flying safer but never foolproof.
It's a little gusty. It's going to be rowdy.
The objective is to land safely with a flare like a bird. But so-called whacks are common at Lake McClure near Modesto and other landing zones. This whack left this reporter pilot unscathed. It doesn't always work out the way you want it to. Yeah, I just crashed. I'm okay.
But sometimes things don't go quite as you want, and you wind up with the cast for a while.
Yeah. We also sent somebody to the hospital yesterday with 16 stitches in his leg.
Pilot error is mostly to blame for accidents, so safety is utmost importance at the Coyote Howl. A fly-in off a 2,000-foot peak overlooking Lake McClure, where pilots follow a designated course.
Turn point number 1 is Horseshoe Peak. That's this peak over here.
I flew to Horseshoe 2 miles away and back, short of the 20-mile course. Without power, pilots, like birds, depend on lift. A variometer measures lift with beeps. More beeps, more lift.
You're interacting with the air, and for people who don't fly, they don't understand how dynamic the air is.
Dynamics known as thermals, rising air that can lift hang gliders to oxygen-level altitudes, making it possible to go XC, cross country.
We got to over 17,000 feet.
5 years ago, Ken Musio and Shannon Raby became the first and only to fly over the Sierra by hopping thermals 65 miles from Nevada to California.
We had a good one Friday, George. We ended up flying into Yosemite.
Most recently, Raby flew 35 miles from McClure to Yosemite, taking in views usually reserved for feathered flyers.
Looking down into the throat of Yosemite Valley, I mean, it's just a high that you can't express. It's just really emotional.
A payoff tempered by land use restrictions. Yosemite strictly regulates when and where pilots can launch and land at the park.
We have to really kind of watch it, too, so we're not stepping on anybody's toes.
The landing zone at McClure is regulated, and ranchers allow use of the road near Rancho Murrieta, where newcomers test the sky on a tandem flight like this one for Suzanne Hine, on a hang glider built for two.
I can't really describe it. You have to do it.
Nearby students learn on a training hill.
It's hard, and it's dirty and sweaty.
For Eileen Musco, struggling with hang glider and enduring dozens of baby flights was the beginning of a new world.
There's no other feeling like it, and all you hear, I mean, listen, the wind right now. That's all there is for sound in the whole world, and a bird going by. You can't touch that. You can't beat it.
A world of wind and wings where man and nature at times do become one. On special assignment, George Franco, KOVR 13 News.
Hang gliding is a self-regulated sport, although general aviation rules from the FAA do apply in many areas. Pilots are registered with the United States Hang Gliding Association. The association provides pilots a $1 million liability insurance policy to cover any damage that might occur. The record for a cross-country flight is more than 300 miles. And that is 300 miles more than you will see me going on a hang glider.
George is a brave man.
Brave or crazy?
I think it's better. I think we'd go on the baby flights all the time.